Copyright? That doesn't exist in Serbia. There's no such thing as copyright. Well, technically the song is copyrighted, but whatever. I copyright infringe on literally every single one of my videos at this point. There's nothing that can be done to help it. I just let the archive channel eat the shit, and that's all there is to it. Hello, my friends. How is everyone? I am doing pretty good. Oh, jeez. Alright, that's enough of that. That was a request from the guy who hooked me up with this apartment. It's very strange, because I'm now in Serbia, and this is the first time I've been in a house that, like, someone has lived in. Like, usually when I go to a place, I just get an apartment. It's like a studio or a one-bedroom, and there's nothing. Like, there is nothing, and it's like completely barren, and I don't bother decorating because there's no reason to. If I buy anything, it's a desk and an office chair, and that's it. That's my furniture. And then usually there's like a bed and a sofa, and that's it. But this is like a really nice place, and it's got all this antique furniture that somehow didn't get destroyed in any of the times that Serbia has been destroyed over the years. So I'm quite cozy here. My battle station that I'm at right now is probably the fanciest that it's ever been at. So everything is going well so far. There might be an echo because it's like a pretty roomy place, but that's all there is. I mean, there's nothing I can do about that. Is my mic okay? Because it's, I'm using my laptop and shit. It's what it is. And everyone was saying late. I was like, I'm not late. I'm on time. You can hear the accordions of the stream starting. Come on now. Oh no, dude. This city, and I fucked up pronouncing it last time. It's like Beograd, Belgrade, whatever the fuck. I can't pronounce the name of the city, but it means the white city, and it's pretty white. I mean, it's a little, like, everyone has, like, a Mediterranean complexion, because that's, like, what you get in the Balkans, but it's also very clean. So it's cleaner than, like, any American city I've ever been to. There's no trash anywhere. And it's so stark coming from big cities in Europe, and even, like, Odysee was clean. It was very run down, but, because, people there are poor, but it was clean. And, But here it's clean, and the buildings are more like newer and more renovated. Beograd. Okay, whatever. Give up. Okay. There's no trash in the white city. Well, the internet guy came over, and I was talking to him a bit because he was curious. People always get curious about me because it's like, what is this fat American doing in this Slavic country? What are you doing here? And we were talking for a bit, and he was basically explaining to me how the city is extremely nice, and everyone here takes very good care of it. But there's all these people moving in from Bosnia and Turkey, and they're shitting up the place. And he was very sad. He was very cut up about how. About the urbanization of the city and how people moving in were shitters, and that's a shame. Let's see. Oh, and in terms of, I've been like eating. I have to admit that Serbian food isn't as good as Ukrainian, like proper Slavic food, but it is very tasty. It's just like their dish here. I'm not even going to bother trying to pronounce the words, but it's basically like a hamburger. And like a sourdough or something, and it's just like a street food that you get, and it's just a well-seasoned hamburger. But for what it is, it's very good. And I asked the guy, I said, like, where do I go? What's like a good brand of? Oh man, I can't pronounce this either. It's like it's like a national like vodka. Let's see, rakia. That's it. And I said, where do you get rakia? And he said, you don't get rakia from like a grocery store. Nobody here drinks this from a bottle that was bottled by someone else. We make it ourselves, and if you check under the sink, there's going to be moonshine there. I'm like, okay. So I have poured myself. Oh, let me tap it. Rakia is Bulgarian. Well, okay, here's the thing about this place. You ready? Everyone here argues about who made what. all the time. Like every country in the Balkans claims to have made everything that is famous in the Balkans and in any particular thing. Like even like kebabs, like the Turkish are known for kebabs, but then the Greeks say that they just stole their gyros, and then in Odessa they're called shawarma, whatever the fuck, and they all claim to have made it, and then everyone else copied their dish. And it's the same thing here. Everyone claims that they made this whatever the fuck, and they claim that they made this, and they were the first person to put meat and bread together and make street food out of it. Whatever the fuck. This is alcohol. It's rakia. Whatever the fuck it is. I got myself a nice glass of something that smells alcoholic that I poured out of a white bottle with no label. Actually, it did have a label, and it was like handwritten. So I will be drinking throughout this stream, and I hope you will all join me. Ooh, that is strong. That's strong. Ooh, that's pretty good, though. There was one that smelled like licorice or cinnamon, and I almost got that one. All right, my friends. Oh, okay. I don't have much to do today. I'm going to be reading a lot of emails, which being inebriated is not going to help with. I have a couple rants, I guess. And then, just to get this out of the way, front load this, Darkside Phil was supposed to have a bankruptcy hearing yesterday, and we had people actually show up at the court to anticipate Darkside Phil being there, and he didn't show up. And I don't know if it was determined if they just rescheduled it, but it was automatically rescheduled, if nothing else. And everyone's, it's like the same thing as when he initially filed it. Like, oh, he filed this so poorly. He's going to go to fuck me in the ass prison. He's going to get raped to death in this prison. It's like, well, hold your horses, because bankruptcy court is used to like fucking deadbeat losers who don't show up, right? Like, I'm sure it won't help his standing with the court, but assuming he didn't even properly schedule ahead of time, which is an option, because there is the woman, the bankruptcy firm that was representing him did show up and was representing 2 other clients, but not him in particular. So it is likely he just rescheduled, and people are memeing that it's a part of his master strategy. He's going to be waiting until the coronavirus ends civilization before filing for bankruptcy, before showing up to court. And he'll just get away with it. He'll get away with it again. Everyone's hoping. Is this the end of Darkside Phil? Well, probably not. Probably not. Why doesn't he make it a gimmick? Dude, that's the thing with Darkside Phil, is you're talking to yourself and you're thinking, why doesn't he do this? Why doesn't he do this? It's like, if I was Darkside Phil and I had to make my money by exploiting this group of people, and I had to, be a live streamer streaming video games, why doesn't he do a million other things that he could be doing to maximize his profit, minimize his stress, and put on a good show for people? And the answer is because he's a lolcow and he doesn't think rationally. He discards a lot of ideas for no good reason. Continuously he was saying in the early days that he would never switch from just like filming his TV with his camcorder and uploading that footage. Like, why don't you use a capture card? Why don't you take a little bit of effort to make things better and easier for yourself? And he's just like, well, I don't want to. So if you're wondering why doesn't Darkside Phil do something, it's because he's an idiot, and he will continually make the same fucking mistakes, regardless of what impact it has on his life and the people around him, because he's an idiot. So no big update on that. We didn't get as much as we wanted to because he didn't show up, but maybe it'll bite him in the ass in the future, and it'll get paid double. So here's hoping. All right. DSP is not an idiot. Oh my god, DSP is a mastermind. He's been planning this. Okay, I don't like talking about politics, but I'm a little bit concerned. I'm a little bit concerned about the primaries, and I just want to talk to you about my feelings, because there's no other place for me to vent about this stuff. Everyone I talk to privately is very much in line with my own way of thinking, so I just get people usually agreeing with me. The DNC primaries is like scary to me, because on one hand, it validates something that I believe to be true, and which I'm sure many of you to be true, where if you have too much diversity, a democracy falters because you have too many people under one roof that you're trying to get to agree on something, and it can't be done if everyone's point of view is just wildly different because of who they are. You can blame it on biology or culture or language, whatever you want to. But the DNC is like split between status quo Democrats, super progressive, borderline communist types, and then I guess that's it. I mean, there is another. Oh, and then I guess that should be two different things. There are the status quo people. There are the progressive types who are dead set on having more diversity, but otherwise are very status quo. And then you have people who are like communist, and they can't agree on anything. And even if you do democratically elect someone to be the nominee, and then at this point it looks like it's going to be Joe Biden, because in the primaries, the black people turned out to vote for Biden. And everyone who voted for Bernie is so angry at this. And it's really funny how every time the black people do something that they don't like, they can't just blame the black people and say, what are these fucking black people doing voting for Joe Biden? Are they idiots? So they have to come up with colloquialisms like urban youth. It's the urban youth problem, or you got super predators. This time, the colloquialism for black people is low information voters, or livers, as I like to say. So the Bernie voters are super pissed off at these livers. These fucking livers are not voting for their own interest. How could they not want more free shit? And they're super angry, and it's like that quote, gradually I began to hate them, because they are voting for Biden, who was a segregationalist. He was demonstrably someone in his very long career who voted against the interests of black people, at least in the most pragmatic perspective possible. And Bernie Sanders has been on their side in the times where Joe Biden wasn't. So why would black people vote for them? Well, the livers just see him standing next to that liver Obama, and they think, oh, well, perfect, I'm going to vote for him because he was that cool Uncle Joe that was friends with Obama, and I trust Obama, so I trust Joe Biden. And that's probably as far as it goes for most of them. You know what I mean? It's not like a seriously complicated question, but so now you're getting a lot of anger in the socialist sector of the Biden or the Bernie camp. And when you don't feel like your interests are being represented, that's when you start blaming the government, and that's what leads to civil unrest. So now you have all these Bernie people. Many of them have spent thousands of dollars supporting Bernie's campaign twice, and now both times they feel like the system has betrayed them. So you have a huge amount of disenfranchisement, people who don't believe that the system works anymore. And that is, I mean, if there is going to be, like, I think it's going to play out exactly like it did in the Weimar, where you're going to see communists before you start seeing fascists. The Bernie people will ferment and become the communists that start marching in the street and start scaring people, and then the brown coats come out and repel them and look like the heroes in the eyes of the majority. And Trump is not going to be, like, he's not literally Hitler. People who think that are stupid. There was I can't remember his name, so excuse me, but there was the leader of the Weimar who basically backed Hitler, and as a form of appeasement. He's probably the closest thing to Trump at this point, because the way I see this happening is Trump will nominate someone who's way more radical than Trump himself. Trump isn't even really that conservative socially. All of his social positions are appeasement, basically, with religious conservatives. He doesn't give a fuck about any of that. But you're going to get some. That's what scares me, is that you have a swing on social conservatism as well. And, people think, oh, a fascist government, well, I say people, but people in this sphere of the internet might think, A fascist government is really awesome because they're going to put in exactly the right policies that I agree with, and that'll be super cool. But when it comes to speech and book burning and all the shit that was associated with Hitler, it's not all good. It's not like, oh, these are the policies that I agree with, and he enacted them, so he's a good guy. He really shut down a lot of freedom of speech, and that scares me. So I guess I'm becoming a more radical centrist as time goes on. You know what I mean? I'm becoming like a Jordan B. Peterson type, where it's like, maybe not. Let's not completely do away with healthy skepticism as we march towards this inevitable tyranny. Because I don't like authoritarianism, period. That's why I don't live in Russia. I could just move to Russia, Kaliningrad, and be under Putin there, but that's not what I want. Joshua the Fence pull up his ass, space centrist. Exactly. I'm gonna challenge Boogie and what's the other guy? The consumer guy. I forget his name because he's not relevant with anything. He's just the consumer meme. Boo-hoo, dude. You can see how authority is playing out in Europe, and that's my other rant. Is fucking Europeans. Movie Bob, that's right. Yeah, I'm a centrist like them. I don't know. I don't want to blindly. I don't want to. I love the Constitution. I love it, and the more I've learned about it over time, because I used to be one of those people in high school who subscribed to the notion that the Constitution was written by men at a time where we rode on horses. So we have to rethink it fundamentally because things have come and gone. But as I've gotten older, the more wisdom that I find in it. And someone, I posted something about the Constitution on Twitter, and someone said, America is basically like a theocracy. It's a theocracy, and the Holy Scripture is the Constitution, the way you guys talk about it. I'm like, yeah, that's about right. Because it is good. It's really good. And the reason why is because when we had the Continental Congress to replace the Articles of Confederacy, we took all the richest, brightest people and we locked them in a fucking room. And we locked them in a room for 2 years. And we said, no one's coming out of this fucking room until you motherfuckers all agree on a constitution. So for 2 years, you had the brightest people on the planet, pretty much. The brightest people that the earth has ever seen in a position of power, drafting and redrafting and removing and adding to this document over and over again for 2 fucking years. And they weren't just skilled politicians or businessmen. They were a mixture of all things and philosophers. There's a reason why everything in Capitol Hill is based off like Greek architecture, because you had people who knew the Greek philosophies debating this shit, and they forged something that made a superpower in 200 years from 13 colonies, 13 little wagey slavies to the United Kingdom, to something that could repel the United Kingdom, unite the coast, and become a superpower to this day. And when talking to Europeans, especially, you can tell when talking to them that they don't even have a concept of what the Constitution is. They don't even fucking know. I got an email, and again, most of my stream today is going to be an email. But it's a complaint about one of the websites that I host, and I host many websites, and I don't usually air out their laundry because they're customers, and I don't want to do that. But this one in particular, like, sets me off, and I get like a sexual pleasure from reading people who are European and complaining about websites that I host and I have some protective powers over, because they really just don't fucking get it. This one guy, he sends me this is an email through the reverse proxy, and it says, the articles on this site insults, publishes racist, homophobic photos or articles, and even attacks people personally. They hide behind a false argument that your American, in parentheses, Constitution would protect homophobia and racism. I dare to hope that very quickly you will remove the right to people behind the site to use your services and the host to remove it. And it's a French guy, and he writes They hide behind a false argument that your American Constitution would protect homophobia and racism. Like, he thinks that. The Europeans actually think that we don't have freedom of speech. They don't even know what it fucking means. And they project this with total confidence that what they're saying is true. And I even looked this guy up, and I have to show you him. I have to show you who this fucking guy is. Look at this. The French gay gamer, a gamer, and just look at this fucking asshole who wrote the words, "They hide behind a false argument that your American Constitution will protect homophobia and racism. Sacre bleu." It angers me so much, because it is a level of impertinence. They just don't fucking know, but they think they do. Paul Joseph Watson, and he's got like a headset on with like strings attached. Like, oh yeah, he's plugged in. He's got his suit on. He's got his hair did. He's a gamer. He's a business professional. And he's really talking about. And I'm looking through his thing, and he's like, this site is totally illegal. Please shut it down. At Namecheap, at the guy who owns Namecheap, and then abuse. Sending his. 1,000. I probably bought that because nobody retweets his shit. Please report the site at abuse at namecheap.com. And he's not Interpol. He's not fucking a government worker. He's not an attorney. He's not an NGO lawyer doing their charitable acts by fighting homophobia or whatever. He's just some fucking guy, and he's taking the impetus upon himself to send these fucking emails, thinking that anyone would ever give a shit. And there's more. That's what I woke up today to, and I'm just like, I honestly cannot fucking believe the audacity of people to do this shit. So to move on, let's see this guy, I guess. Okay. Here's two American ones that are funny, just to go over it and get my thoughts on it for posterity's sake. This one is from Simply Sarah. She's like the original Death Fat. She did that Wanda's macaroni salad like years ago, where she added up the calories and put in like a whole pint of mayo into what was supposed to be like a healthy dish, and it just completely fucking ruined it. But she had a very small thread, and then emails me and says, "Hi, my name is Sarah Potter, and I live in Fort Gay, oh my god, West Virginia. For many years I've been running a famous cooking channel, Simply Sarah's Kitchen. During a little research, I found out there's an extra blog entry on your website, which I don't like at all. In the blog entry, you call me a fat bitch, which only defames me. This is not cool. Link. Why do you write such things? Why would you do that? I was born with diabetes, and I don't find it funny at all. I have to get injections every day. Exclamation point. Have you no shame? Why are you making fun of me? I find it disrespectful. If you don't understand me, why don't you give me a call? My number's at the bottom. So please delete the contents immediately. Otherwise, I will have to inform my attorney." Now, usually, there's a thought process to me if I decide to post an email or not, right? I don't post every email I get. I try to make sure that it's true. That's a real complaint, not someone fucking with me. I try to, if someone's being nice, I'll be like, hey, this is the site, this is my line. Don't complain. It's not going to get you anywhere. Here's what I would suggest. And usually, if they say anything about an attorney, automatic disqualification for any niceties. But Simply Sarah is like a boomer. I'm supposed to respect my elders and shit, right? So I just say, I give it a pass. I just say, like, look, the Kiwi Farms is an internet forum. There are many people who have contributed to that thread. Because just to dispel, it's a blog post or whatever. That's my personal contempt for her. She says, thanks at least for responding. It often happens that the mails my husband Jamie and I write simply remain unanswered. It's frustrating. So I checked your website. Are you guys seriously involved in this New Zealand thing? If so, I went off your website as soon as possible. I don't want my name associated with it. Anyway, I told you I was offended. Sorry, but I can't tolerate that. I'm sorry, but I can't tolerate that. I know you didn't publish it, but you're the site owner. On YouTube, you can report posts and they'll be deleted in most cases. Can you please delete them? And then she says it affects her Tupperware selling business, which reminds me of Napoleon Dynamite, the uncle selling Tupperware. And then the guy tries to sell Tupperware and tries to prove how strong the Tupperware is by going in reverse and driving on top of it, and then it just breaks and he drives away. That's basically her, especially if she's in that car. That's going to break anything she puts under it. Please delete within 3 days. And I say, I do not remove content, and I do not respond well to threats. I have serious health problems. I don't understand why you're not sorry about this. Do you have Skype? Why don't we talk about how I manage my daily life? And I said, I'm sorry it has impacted you. I would suggest going by a DBA or PKA to get around it. She said, that's cheeky. What's your motivation behind this? Do you want to make fun of fat people? Well, I didn't answer this one. I chose to avoid answering this email because I didn't, the answer is obvious. Oh, she wants to Skype with me. Oh boy, my lucky day. Unfortunately, Jamie, her husband, comes in and says, hello, dear Josh, let me tell you something. The way you treat my wife is disrespectful. So you live off this blog that makes fun of people. That you have no shame, motherfucker. Just delete the following content now. That my wife is a slut. How about insulting your mother like that, man? That she did everything to herself. You don't even know her. Any pictures of her in awkward positions, which is just not moral. I believe in God, and you better believe in it too, because God punishes every ungracious person. You might want to reconsider. Best regards, Jamie. And again, even after that, I'm like, they're just old people, whatever. But then he sends a fucking DMCA complaint. My wife, Sarah Potter, and I run a cooking blog on the internet. The operator of the website has given me excerpts from our videos in connection with the defamatory content, which is not in accordance to fair use, which is bullshit. Further, the operator of the site has publicly posted the personal address of myself and my wife. This is immoral and not a punishable offense, which makes you wonder why he'd even report it. And by the way, from what I saw, the video is just like YouTube embedded. So it's not even re-uploaded. There's literally nothing I could take off the site that's a copyrighted work. I'm just linking to YouTube videos, or other people are linking to YouTube videos. So it is what it is. I just realized, by the way, that he just emailed me, literally at 6:06 and 6:10 p.m., threatening me more. This is from Jamie Potter, or Sarah Potter right now. Ooh, this is funny. You better get yourself a gun because I'll find you. From Sarah Potter. Oh, this is Jamie Potter, probably. But they just use the same email address. By the way, I have talked to a good attorney friend of mine, and he sees a good chance in winning against you. So be prepared, Jamie. Ooh, that's fun. That's epic. Okay. Should I call? I was gonna save a call for later, but fuck it. I might as well call. Let's see. Where is that email with the phone number? He said it was in his email, right? Why don't you give me a call? My number's at the bottom. Is it at the bottom? I wasn't planning on calling anyone, but let's see. Oh, she did leave her number. Okay. All right, let's do this. Before we do this, let me take a sip of Kavira, whatever the fuck this is called. Ooh, it is strong. I'm gonna be fucked up by the end of this. I haven't eaten much.
You have reached the voicemail box of 304638581. Please record your voice message. When you are finished recording, you may hang up or press pound for more options.
Hi, this is Joshua Moon. Just wanted to respond to your email threatening me with a gun, I guess. You can call me back at, what is my phone number for this? 757-932-5494. Thank you. Okay. Let's continue with, I guess I have to censor that in the archive, or well, fuck it. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I just don't care. There's probably more addresses and shit in this one. I don't give a fuck. So this woman named Jamie, or not Jamie. Jamie's the old guy. Jennifer says, please remove my information from your site immediately. I'm getting my attorneys involved. So automatically, right away, automatic disqualification from pity, not posting your email. And the content is this from... I looked this up, by the way. This person had like 15,000 followers or something. They had like a lot of followers on Twitter. They were like a lefty account that tweets at Trump all the time and shit. Oh. What? I heard my ringtone. Why'd they hang up? They only called for a second. I won't miss it next time, chat. I promise. Be on alert. Okay. So she says, you want to know a small thing at the BS Trump cults and I really exempt. They get so many articles written that their passion and love for their candidate. For HRC supporters, campaigning/voting for her in 2016 was profound, life-changing, and deeply emotional. And no one wrote about us. So nobody writes about the winners or the losers. Seriously, voting for HRC remains and will likely remain till I die the most emotional moment in my political life. Everything about her spoke to me deeply on a resonant level, and I cried with indescribable joy in that booth. I will never, ever get over what was done to her or us. So clearly like a weirdo, and this guy, I don't know what the fuck to call this guy. 311 doxes her in the post. She sends me an email, and she says, please take it down. I say no. This is the thing. She sends me an email from her fucking like work email address, and I'm saying, your audacity in using your work email to send this is staggering. Do you think at all? Because it is truly a remarkable like insult to me. Like, why? You're asking me not to take something down, but then you're using, like, you're showing that you have no interest in protecting your privacy at all. So use your work email address for that. She sends back, this is the email that was doxed and used to alert me of your site. I am including this email response in my letter to my attorneys. Oh no. Well, I hope they get blue mail for Android if she does that. And honestly, you have no decency. I have young children and you're advocating violence against me and setting me and my children up for harm simply because I have opinions that differ from yours. That's sick. And I say, no one's advocating for violence. Don't lie to me. Tell your attorneys what you want, and they'll tell you the same thing. This is legal. Immediately, like the day after, she sends me a follow-up email. And then explain to me, this is the following day. Then explain to me the purpose of explaining my home address and employment and posting personal photos of my children aside from trying to harm me physically and financially and expose them to risk. It appears I cannot appeal to your decency, so please remove my personal information. So tomorrow I will be contacting the FBI and law enforcement. And then 12 minutes later, never mind, I can see how this is escalating and you win. I am shutting it all down. Thank you for your brutal education, which is quite sad. It makes me sad. I don't want to make people not talk. That's not my thing. But she did. She had 17,000 followers on her boomer Twitter account. And 54,000 tweets. That's a thing I noticed recently is Twitter hides how many tweets you have now, like in public. Because I guess they realized that the people with like 89,000 million tweets look like fucking retards with no life. So they just hid that shit. So people couldn't make fun of them for it. But, that's what it is. Where's the next one? Okay, now this one is I'm pissed that she that she called me and then immediately hung up. I would have loved talking to her. Okay, sorry. Where's my next one? Okay. This one is a story. So get ready for a story. I received, as I do, emails from a European. This time, it was the insidious German. Someone named Michael Bernhard. And if I leave information in, don't worry. It's not doxing in this case. He says, Dear webmaster of KiwiFarms.net, I hereby announce that I represent the interests of Catherine Horton on the internet. That sounds like a rival podcast. Catherine Horton on the internet, starring Catherine Horton. Our client is legally incompetent, so we are now representing her interests. You have been instructed by our client to delete direct references to her person and enforce the so-called right to be forgotten. This right is a law that came into force by May 2016, blah, 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 and then the links to this chick's thread, and I think nothing of it. I do check to see that they have this website, and they do in fact have this website, this blog in German. Everything looks right, seems like a shitty German in-house reputation management company. So I'm just scrolling down, and I say, hello, the Kiwi Farms thankfully does not operate under the jurisdiction of your tortured trade union. You may believe this does not matter, but you should read up on the Speech Act, which, if you don't know, is an act that we passed in Congress a couple years ago, explicitly prohibiting us from enforcing other countries' speech laws, anti-speech laws. And the British got real fucking mad about this because they tried to extradite someone for saying mean things on the internet to the UK, and the US government told them to fuck off. The last time your country tried to impose laws on Americans, we hanged every single member of your government and most of your armed forces. Cheers, Josh. And he replies, thank you very much for your answer, I'm sure. I think there has been a misunderstanding. The right to have personal data removed, which the European Union ratified in 2018, applies to all services offered within the European Union. Since your service is also available within the European Union, the right to be forgotten therefore applies to you. And they explain, Google, an American service, has also implemented this law. I made a complaint there for search results, also on behalf of Mrs. Horson. And then says, you could avoid this by banning all members of the European Union. So like IP banning the entire EU, or not even just the entire EU, but also places like Switzerland and Norway, which have, they're bound to the right to be forgotten laws as well. Some U.S. services have even done so under the GDPR, which the EU has implemented recently. And I say, make me. If the Stasi wants to block my site, do it. I'm not lifting a finger to enforce your laws. Because why would I? Why would I give a fuck? If they want to block me, go for it. Set up a great firewall of Germany or Europe, or whatever the fuck, and just ban any website you don't like. It says, hello, good joke. I'm not from the former communist East. I have nothing to do with the Stasi. Please inform yourself, which I guess is a reaction from Germans because they get all pissy about shit like that. And the Los Angeles Times, the relevant line from that, the Los Angeles Times, if I remember correctly, even blocked all EU users with an IP ban. You can do that as well to circumvent the law. And I explained that the LA Times is owned by someone who does business in Europe. So if you're doing business in Europe and you can be sued in Europe, then it might be a good idea to enforce European laws even at home. He starts asking for my address specifically. He says that the LLC address he's not going to send it to the virtual office that I accept all mail related to the forum for. I have a virtual office in Florida. Everything that you want to send me should go there. Don't expect it to get forwarded to me, but if you want to send me stuff, send it there. People can accept servicing there. There's like actual people who work there who can accept a servicing. So send it there. He refuses to do that. And I think part of the reason why is that in German law, at least this is what was explained to me, German law says that you can't service a virtual office. Someone can't accept servicing on your behalf. It has to be accepted by the person being serviced. So if they want to sue me, they have to sue me directly. And then the next back and forth is all about trying to get my address. A specific thing here is I have no idea who this woman... Oh, actually, let me just read this email. I noticed two things during my research. You offer a foreign language section where you allow German language content. This leads to the conclusion that you are targeting users from the European Union and or Germany. The argument that you are only indirectly affected by the right to be forgotten is then incorrect. And two, I really wonder what interest you have in pursuing and continuing to disseminate content about Dr. Catherine Horton. This person concerned has been declared legally incompetent by a court because of a physical problem, and it is quite immoral to continue to make fun of her. We do not want any money from you primarily, but only the deletion of specified contents. And I say, neither of those arguments are legally competent. I let people post on my website in any language they want, so some choose German, therefore I can cater to Germany. Is a retard logic. I guess by offering my website in English, I'm also targeting residents of England and the Philippines, etc. I have no idea who this woman is, and I don't care. And there's more epic fuck German comments, but I'm going to skip over that, even though that's what most people like, because I want to get to something that I noticed. And at this point, they're sending me, trying to find out where I live. This isn't my address. I haven't lived there in years. They're saying that my LLC is inactive, but it's not. It's just moved to a different state. Long thing where I just make fun of them for being a retard. And then they say at the end that they decided not to reply to my email, even though they are replying to my email, but are contacting my embassy asking for my address. And they did indeed attach this thing, which I've had translated for me, which is basically a very long whine to the U.S. Embassy in Berlin asking for my address because they claim that I am violating the law. Now, the address that the U.S. government will have for me is literally the same address as the LLC. I use that virtual office for literally everything. So that's what they would have regardless. So they send this, and then I realized something because it was pointed out to me that this Bernhard information management thing was registered on March the 1st, which is the same day that I got the first email from them, which is strange. So I'm thinking, okay, this is obviously fake now. This Bernhard information management group was made just to send this email to me. So then I look into it a little bit more and find out that they're registered by Pork Bun. And I was a little bit confused. I'm thinking, wow, they have this whole website set up. And it's like, I was thinking at the time, who would fuck with me like this? Who would put all, because I was thinking about the Turkish lady, that incel who impersonated lawyers who have given him problems in the past. I'm thinking, is this like a trend now? Are people just going to impersonate legal professionals to fucking get reactions out of me? Like, all this time to make this blog, the money spent to register that email address, all this shit. What is the point of it? Why, like, is it funny to them just to get me to tell them how much I fucking hate Germans in Germany? Is that like the whole point of it? But I'm thinking, like, it has to be real because they got the website up. Even if it's like a shitty website, it's like, it's all there. But then I realized that this Pork Bun thing has, well, the reason why I think is that this is because either someone impersonating me knows how to set up a WordPress blog, or they hired someone to do it, and that would be way more money. But the Pork Bun thing has a free email forwarding service, free Whois privacy, free SSL certificates, and a WordPress blog package all together. You just buy it from Pork Bun, and you get all the shit that they've been using, a WordPress blog and the email services. So I'm thinking that's what they did. Someone bought a website from this and then just quickly set up a good enough looking WordPress blog. But why? Why this person, and why? The other confusing thing was they definitely spoke German. They spoke fluent English. They spoke fluent German, and they knew enough about laws and stuff to make almost legally competent sounding arguments for deleting this article. I even passed by people who do study German law. I said, "Is this like a what a lawyer would sound like?" And they're like, "Yeah, it's very well spoken. They obviously speak German as a natural language." So my mind was just blown apart at this point. Like, who the fuck is impersonating like shitty fucking reputational management companies and trying to intimidate me into taking down this thread? And then I think it must be a Swiss person. Who else but a Swiss person could be so conniving, so deceitful, so insidious to put on this grand masquerade to make a fool of me? It must be a Swiss person. So now we've got 3 clues. They speak German. They must be Swiss. They speak English as well. They have a competent understanding of the law in Germany and in the EU. And they are crazy. Well, someone pointed out that this person that the complaint was about is Swiss, and she's literally a targeted individual wrapping herself and her entire house in fucking tin foil because she's batshit fucking crazy. And I want to play you just a little bit of one of the videos that I saw of her, just so you get a feel of, just listen to it and it'll kind of make sense.
Hello, I'm Dr. Catherine Horton. I'm making a short set of videos about the crimes that are being committed against me and other victims by the intelligence agencies. And what I thought I'll do for that is I'll split my testimony into several separate videos, so you can select which of the videos you would like to watch, what information you'd like to access. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to make my statement under oath. And the idea is that if you're a victim and would like to use an expert testimony or the testimony of another victim in court, you should be able to use these videos. So I'm using the English oath as it conforms with the Oath Act 1978. And this should be recognized. It's recognized by the English courts, so the idea is that other courts should also recognize it. And my sworn testimony I can be bound by, and it's to the best of my knowledge. What I'm going to use is the witness affirmation. There are two versions of the oath. One of them is the religious oath in the UK courts, but you can also use the neutral witness affirmation if you're an atheist or you just want to have the neutral oath. The two are exactly identical. One is not better or stronger than the other. You're equally bound to say the truth, in a court of law under both.
Okay, I'll pause it there because at this point she's just rambling on about making her whole video is that the MI5, James Bond people have been stalking her, and the Swiss people are stalking her. Everyone's stalking her, right? But when I saw this video, it clicked. Like, she knows she's perfect. She's reasonably intelligent, despite being crazy. She knows English. She knows German. She's from Mutt heritage. She's a gypsy, cyber gypsy, and she's Swiss, which is the most important part because only Swiss people can be so deceitful. And I just want to show you more pictures of her. Just give you a backstory to her. Close this. So there she is, all crazy, wrapped up in tinfoil. Wraps up literally her entire house in tinfoil. And this is like, what the fuck? This is an annoying video, by the way, sorry. Just in terms of like the noise. So, if you don't know what she's doing, she's holding an analyzer. I don't know if the fuck this actually monitors, but she's holding this up to her vagina, and when she does, the electronic signal gets stronger, and she's making the claim that she is being electronically raped because the MI5 is blasting her vagina, her genitals, she says, with electronic signals to rape her. And it's the craziest shit. It's typical for gang stalking people, but at the same time, it's nuts. And it is sad because she is a legitimate doctor. She's not lying about this. She's Oxford educated. She has a PhD. Born in Hungary, grown up in Romania, lived in Switzerland. Knows like 3 languages, maybe 4, and all of her life is just completely fucking wasted because she's in.
Fantastic.
She's
right. It's not, unfortunately, not just in my head.
Are those guns? Oh no, that's just like tack vests and shit.
And I said, shall I?
She, I think she has a child. I don't know if this thread mentions it. I'm pretty sure she's legally incompetent, but I'm also pretty sure that she has a child, and that child was taken away from her, but I'm not sure. That could be another person who tried to do this, tried to send me a scary email recently, who was also German speaking. But it's this. Let me read you her about page, actually. I have that pulled up. Dr. Horton, ex-research fellow at St. John's College, Oxford, has been under overt surveillance by British intelligence since November 2001, ever since she attended a public high court hearing as a member of the public. The demonstrative stalking followed her abroad and exploded into non-stop harassment, medical sabotage, and eventually brutal attacks with microwave weapons after she threatened to report the second break-in into her home to the police. She sought an emergency injunction against British intelligence from the High Court in London in 2016, was brutally attacked straight after the hearing in her London hotel room, received death threats, and survived an assassination attempt. The attacks continue and are becoming ever more brutal and psychopathic. She is desperately fighting for her life and asking for your support. Follow her at stop007.org or her Twitter handle, stop007.org. And her Twitter handle is banned, but this is the same thing. It's like a cheap, put-together WordPress blog, which is perfect for matching the Michael guy that she's pretending to be. And this, I mean, it's all like schizo shit. There's no point trying to read it because Dr. Horton's Holocaust Diary. What the fuck? Okay, I will read this because this has the potential to be interesting. Oh no. Did she take down the site? What? No. She took it down. Is this site still up? She took it down. She took down the Bernard. Oh no, that's down. Okay. Is it just like a shitty website that can't? She took it down between me pulling it up in a Firefox tab for this stream, and no, that is fucking nuts. I can't believe that. Is it archived? What a joke. Don't fuck me out of my content, you fucking bitch. I can't. Oh my god, thank you. Please tell me that the Holocaust one is saved. I need that. No! Oh, no. Ah. I can't believe that. I got cucked, chat. I got fucking cucked in my own house, on my own stream. She took it down. She shut it down. She's gang stalking us. That's right. That's right, chat. We got fucking gang stalked. The fucking conniving Swiss back at it again, stealing my shit. Fuck you, lady, you psycho bitch. Invite her on. Oh, fuck. I hope that's not it. Man, that was the content. I was hoping to read some of her shit, but she's fucked me. This bitch. I can't believe it. Oh, it's back up. Praise. It was just a shitty server. Don't worry, chat. We're saved. We're saved. Agent pretending to have had a meeting with me. I opened my email inbox to find a weird message from some guy who is pretending that we have had a meeting and that he is thanking me for a coffee he never had with me. Let me guess. If this agent persona is then used in some criminal act, such as a false flag shooting, for example. Ooh, that's a base statement. They will try to pretend I knew this fake persona to justify an investigation of me in order to human traffic even more of my life or to entrap me in their moronic beyond belief setups. Tie me to fake crimes they pretend happen. Actually, let me save this real quick. We're doing a live archive chat. Tie me to fake crimes they pretend happened and waste my time and resources in fake law enforcement processes. Seems far-fetched, but that is exactly what, for example, the criminals in French intel did to Frederic Larocha. The email comes after I had a brief email exchange with this account, which wanted to bring about a person. What the fuck does this have to do with the Holocaust? Intense pain, torture. What? Since 1 a.m., head chips turned on to cause agonizing pain so intense that it makes me nauseous. They know I am working really hard to finish something. They are mutilating me with insane brutality. Intense gunning of the building starts up again. Loud impact sounds are all around me. Meanwhile, intense pain torture with my head implants continues. Intense gunning for the past hours that is so intense that it makes loud impact sounds in the walls around me. After 2 hours of intense pain, torture, and mutilation gunning, I'm exhausted and barely coping. 3853 abuse log, hashtag Holocaust log. That's from her Twitter account. 3 a.m. multiple pulsed energy projectiles shot through my face, my teeth, and the top of my head. When I put on an aluminum helmet, I hear the sharp hits hitting the shielding. They then switch the gunning on my legs. After 2 hours of intense pain, torture, and mutilation with military weapons, I'm exhausted. Oh, this is like all the times that she blames something on the government. How long is this? 3 fucking hours. You're fucked. I'm not watching that shit. This should all be archived. I need to archive this entire channel. Received an invoice for a harassment order in my name in the post. The order is from quell.ch for a microwave. Oh, that's funny. She thinks that someone bought her a microwave, so she thinks it's the government like fucking with her because she gets attacked by microwave weapons. She does need a Faraday cage, doesn't she? Cease and desist to NATO. Really? Oh man, this website's so shit. It's like crashing constantly. It's the government trying to prevent me from getting the Honorable Dr. Horton's message out to the masses. Cease and desist to NATO and Swiss military intel. Cease and desist to NATO and Swiss military intel. Again and again and again. God. I wonder what those guys think. Like the intel guys when they get this shit. Canton is like a state in Switzerland. Report to state police. Travel to Baden to make a report on Canton Zurich police about harassment and microwave attacks. Submitted the genocide plans to Switzerland too. What is the genocide plans? I need to know. Genocide plans. Well, I guess there's no genocide plans then. Whatever. Laptop and network hacked. Cease and desist. Cease and desist. Tell me more of your funny dick pics. I discovered that agents have sent me nude images, including a penis shot from the email William Rufus the night before. Again, the email and images are full of references to my work. The email address contains 3 eyes, where I is a reference to I, as in the all-seeing eye. The tattoo on my chest shows a scale, as used to represent the scales of justice, or on his chest. No one tattoos something like that on their chest. However, as it happens, I'm in the process of preparing court cases. The eyes are glowing fluorescent blue. It just so happens that I have been informing people about eye implants that glow fluorescent green under UV lights. The second image shows paintings with checkered patterns in the background, strongly reminiscent of mosaic tiling. Masonic tiling, not mosaic, sorry. Masonic, because she believes in all the NGO groups like Masons and Illuminati and shit. The held tilt of the man in the images points at the paintings. The penis shot has another inlay with the scales of justice. I wish I had a cock that had fucking scales of justice. In the images, the eyes have a dead and psychopathic look. So this is a threat. Either that I will be raped if I travel to London, victims are raped by agents at night who break into homes and hotel rooms, or something along the lines of, the justice system controlled by Masons will fuck you. Directed energy weapon in the forest. Try to find a source to relieve the pain. On my return, I am brutally gunned in the back by a directed energy weapon that is hidden in the forest. The first beam hits my neck, causing intense pain, then swings downward toward my left lung, where the gunning and resultant pain becomes so intense that I cannot breathe. I turn around to find the source and to relieve the pain. The pain immediately stops when I see a gang stalker in bright pink jogging toward me. Usually, when I am assaulted like this, the lead gang stalker is wearing bright red, neon yellow, or pink, like in this case. Although this is a really small community, I have never seen this woman before. The random chance of someone being within 50 meters of me when I am being gunned in an otherwise empty forest is essentially zero. She is young and has honeypot mug that Intel loves to... What? And has that honeypot mug that Intel loves to sex traffic. That's another detail that is hardly coincidence. So on the balance of probabilities, this killer cunt... So on the balance of probabilities, this killer cunt is clearly part of it. I remember that on the start of the walk, I had passed another woman with whom I had never seen, walking towards me in bright pink with that funny walk I call the Stasi shuffle. No normal person walks like these degenerate psychopaths. She was staring at me like some deranged serial killer trying to get my attention. Now I realize that there is an entire swarm of Jean-Philippe Gaudin's Nazi psychopaths hidden in the woods and out to maim for their insatiable desire to slaughter. When I arrive home, I file another police report. After all, Nazi death squads running amok with weapons of mass destruction are the job of the Canton Argois police. Wow. That's funny. This is all crazy shit. So yeah, what do you think, chat? Do you guys think that she put on this brilliant masquerade to make me think that the Germans, the Stasi, were coming for me? Is that in the realm of possibility? Would I hit it? My mama told me never to stick my dick in crazy, chat. It's kept me alive so far. I'm not willing to change it. Our girl. Crazy people are depressing. On the other hand, I think schizophrenics are objectively the best group of people, like in terms of locales, because they're just, you know, when you see fat people, you know, they're in denial, they have body issues, they see themselves as skinnier than they are, they're in denial about the health problems, they keep eating because, you know, yada yada. Changing things is hard, taking care of yourself is hard. Chantel got endorsed by a sex shop company, by the way, which is just fucking appalling. When I see Chantel, believe it or not, chat, I do not think of sex. So it's just gross. Like, do you really want this fucking bloated beach whale representing your sex toys? But I was saying, you know, locales are predictable in in their behavior. Schizophrenics are not. Schizophrenics are genuinely, like, funny. And the way that they cobble together ideas of what's happening around them and shit, it's just, like, it's so interesting. Because it's you know, when someone tries to be funny, tries to be random, and is like, you know, hi guys, it's me, Katie, holds up Spork. As you can see, I'm totally random. It's not real randomness. It's just arbitrarily picking things and cobbling them together. With schizophrenics, it's so different how they access information in their brain and how they zip that together to make a narrative that they believe, that they assume you understand. And it's so much more fascinating than normal people, which is why I've always loved Terry Davis and why I still get choked up when I think about Terry Davis being dead and how he died, because he was genuinely a funny and interesting and smart person. And most schizophrenics are in that vein of interesting, funny, and smart. You know, even though their existence is suffering, it's still fascinating to me. It reminds me of why, you know, I host the site and why I think people are interesting. I made myself sad thinking about Terry again, chat. Why do I keep doing this to myself? Oh well, I'm going to try calling that chick one more time, and then if she doesn't pick up, we're going to watch a K video, and we're going to hope that she calls us back. Where are you at? Let's see, 3... Did I... No, it's a completely different number. Okay, I'll just call it again.
You have reached the voicemail box of...
You know how fucking cowardly it is that they email me at 6:06 and then at 7:06 they can't fucking pick up? Like, fuck off. Fuck off. Don't do that shit to me. You invited me to call you. It was 6:06 is fine. 7:06. No, that's too late. Assholes. Alright. Let's pull up some K's cooking. Relax a bit. I'll finish off this drink I got. K's cooking. Where are we at? Is this the right one, chat? Well, you can't see what I'm doing. Oh, this is the right one. Let's throw this bad boy up so we can just relax. Have a nice weekend. Nice start to the weekend, shit. Okay. It's been a while since we did this, so we have our crop to deliver. Lobby. Wait, just type in chat. Spam as hard as you want for the video you want. From these top 2 rows. Lobby, Mexican food, Calcanon, thin calzone, pizza fries, corned beef, spam, veg, and gravy, chicken spuds and green beans, Christmas dinners, Christmas day starter, spring rolls, cob loaf, trifle, and cheesy naan bread. So let's see. Mexican food. Seeing a lot of Mexican food. Seeing some fries. Got the spam. Oh, that Mexican food. Mexican. Oh, by a country mile, chat. We're watching the Mexican food.
Hi people, and I'm back cooking again. And today I'm going to be doing Mexican food in tacos.
Mexican food and tacos. Really hard to fuck up. What's going to happen with this?
Some skin off first.
And tell me if it's too quiet or too loud.
Well, I feel a bit
we don't got time for a bingo card.
Knife. It's not one of the shiny ones, as you can see. It's one of the other ones. I was just too scared to use the
That knife
one.
is so new.
So
she
I'm
usually
just
uses like these
gonna
old
take some
knives that
off
are
this
dull.
one.
And I realize that old knives are more dangerous than sharp knives, but seeing her with this sharp fucking knife is scaring me.
Only trouble
Let me
with
take
it,
a
I mean,
sip of this
it's,
vodka, or whatever the fuck it is.
That many layers of skin to take off, you don't know where you are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this layer of skin off, this brown layer of skin, and another layer.
Whew.
I might need a smaller knife.
Oh my god, it makes me so nervous.
So just start going around.
She's
peeling it all
using her
off.
very sharp knife to cut an onion by cutting inwards towards her hand. And it's just the most appalling thing.
Not leave any on. That's it, we're getting there. A bit of skin off.
Dude, everyone hates how she cuts towards her thumbs. That's awful. It's so scary. It's a fucking statistical anomaly that this woman has all her fucking fingers still. Because how the fuck?
Put this onion up, make sure there's no honey on. Oh. Get this knife, got to start cutting a bit shorter. Losing its sharpness. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to slice this up.
Oh no, she's doing like a dicing thing, and her finger. Oh, move your fingers. Move your fingers. Hey. No, it's. Ah! Move your.
Ah, shit. Well, we've got it. We've done it. We thought we would too, but it won't be long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a plaster on my finger where I put the honey on in the frying pan and let it cook. Stop reading now. So I'm going to cut this pepper up. It's a red bell pepper.
This is scarier than most like horror movies now. That bell. Okay, seriously, I'm gonna pause it there. Look at that shit. No. Go back to that fucking bell pepper. That shit has mold in it. That is fucking mold in that fucking bell pepper. She said she picked it up at the fresh at the market. That is obviously fucking mold in that bell pepper.
Oh yeah, fresh yesterday. So we're going to slice that in, and as you can see, I'm back to a small knife again.
She's changed her knife because she's cutting this.
Now this is more sharper.
More sharper.
Than the
Okay,
other one.
thank you.
I am so frightened. So I'm putting these in.
She must have cut herself down if she's that
these
scared.
in with the onion.
We've never seen someone strike the fear of God into decay.
with the honey on to cook them together. So then I'm going to put, I think there's a sauce I've got to put with it or some form or other. So to make this Mexican stuff. Right, as you can see, I'm doing
Again, I'm not like a gourmet. I've not read a gastronomic. I've never taken like a French culinary lesson or anything, but I happen to know from secondary sources that onions cook slower or faster than bell peppers. So when you put onions and bell peppers together, you want to cook the bell peppers for longer than you cook the onions. Kay put the onions in first. So looking at this pan, the onions are fucking charred black. They're going to taste awful. And the bell peppers are undercooked, that is like some professional level fuck up. It's like trying to fuck up.
Some sauce, some spicy sauce. So I'm going to add the chicken in. That's it. And
how is this a feeder video? She's not eating, she's cooking.
Stir that in the sauce.
Okay, so she's put like boiled chicken into like this weird brown paste. It doesn't look like any kind of Mexican sauce I've ever seen.
Right, now I'm going to put the...
Okay, I'm going to describe this, and hopefully someone can tell me what the fuck it is. I'm describing it for people listening. She now has bell peppers, onions, and chicken in some kind of weird paste. And she is now putting it into like a molded... It looks like half of a baked potato, but it's made of like a flour tortilla in the shape of a baked potato with like an empty inside. So it's like a weird half potato shaped bowl, and I have no fucking idea what the fuck this is. And I eat a lot of Mexican food because I'm fat and I'm from America, but I have no fucking idea what this baked potato looking ass thing is. So if someone wants to tell me what the fuck it is, it's a tortilla casket. Oh, it's a Chipotle bowl. Trump Tower makes the best taco bowls, by the way.
You can make this with chicken or mincemeat. My friend says she's not bothered what she has it done with. Put a bit more.
Okay, you buy it in a store in a box. Okay, I gotcha.
A bit of honey on
tortilla casket. See, that onion is black, man. How do you look at that and think that's good enough?
I know these are red peppers, but they're not spicy at all. Well, not where I got them from anyway.
Okay, so now the tortilla casket has been filled with burned, blackened onions and now I'm going to put the slimy bell peppers. A different spoon. She spilled it on the plate around the casket. Put some on. Right, this is now warmed up enough, I'm hoping. And now I'm going to put this sauce. Is the shrimp dead?
Oh, ran out of sauce. I thought I'd got enough.
Should be
Never
good.
mind. Not to worry. There we are. Done. Lee is coming to do...
Alright. Loyal soldier Lee.
Lee is coming to do...
Coming to the Eastern Front to eat this taco casket filled with curry, chicken and shit.
Get it down the neck. Oh, you missed it. You've dropped a pepper. No, I dropped that one.
You dropped that one.
Okay, he takes the bite bravely.
Red hot.
Food sloshes out of his mouth. What does he got to say? Is he going to love it? Is he going to hate it?
It's not.
Isn't it?
No, it's not.
Oh, well, I'm still not having it anyway. I'm not going to take a chance. I'm not going to be bad all night.
That is delicious.
Is it?
Delicious.
Gorgeous.
He loves it, ladies and gentlemen. He loves it. That taco casket is a new favorite. It's on the menu.
Not really spicy, a bit like a chip shop curry.
That's spicy for me. Wait. I know when it comes to spicy.
But yeah, that is gorgeous. Thumbs up.
Gorgeous.
Oh, that's nice to hear.
Good job, Kay. You did it. Another banger recipe. Another masterpiece, Kay.
I know I've only shown you one. Reason is I'm not going to be having the sauce on my chicken. I can't see the point in being ill all night. So if you like what you see,
We always like what we see.
You like what you see? Please keep viewing.
All right. We'll do one more. I'm in a good mood. I got the vodka, the Serb vodka, the moonshine in me. We can do another. Make this a longer stream. We got the lobby, the cow cannon, the calzone, pizza fries, spam, chicken spuds, Christmas Day starter, spring rolls, cob leaf, trifle, and cheesy naan bread. And I'll take a sip. Oh, I just finished it off. Alright, I'm looking at the chat. It's pretty even mix so far. Pizza fries, seeing some pizza fries. We got a surge of pizza fry support. Upsetting the current leader, calzone, or the calzone. Ooh, it's so even. It's neck and neck. I see a lot of spam. The pizza fries. I'm calling it for the pizza fries. MSNBC calling it for the pizza fries.
And today I'm going to bring pizza fries.
She doesn't sound very confident in her answer. Okay, we're looking at some defrosted French fries from like a freezer. Very soggy. Put on this blackened oven pan, and she's sprinkling like the two types of salami that you would see at a Subway for the Italian sub on top of it.
So that's that, and I'm going to put some pizza sauce on. Alright, and we're not going to put this pizza sauce on. Oh God, we're still not going to. Oh yeah, there we are. We're going to put some pizza sauce on. Wow.
Sorry, I'm typing angrily because I've been informed that I might be drinking some kind of antique fucking Serb alcohol. I feel bad.
I'm going to put them in the oven. Yes, I know I've already made the chips. I'm going to put a few more pepperonis on top of that, because they're supposed to have them on top, but I put them on bottom.
Okay, there is pizza sauce on top of the pepperonis.
10 minutes, so the
drink up, Josh.
has time to cook and the sauce has time to cook, and then it should be okay. As you can see, I put some more on it. I don't know if you can see, but I put some more on it. It's supposed to have cheese on it, but they don't like cheese.
Those fries are like the soggiest, uncrispiest fries that have ever been conceived, ever.
Scoop a bit on.
She's taking the piece off. She's putting it on a plate.
And Lee's coming to do the
She is serving it to Lee now.
Oh, I get it down your neck.
So I mean the sauce is too strong. Should never go with chips. No.
No,
He's giving it a 5 out of 10.
I mean,
ladies and
it tastes
gentlemen.
nice. It's just like it's overpowering. Can't taste the pepperoni at all.
He's angry about the
It's just
tomato
like it's got
sauce.
chips and dipped in the sauce, and that's it. So
I didn't put much pepperoni on. I'll water it down.
That's weird. He has the weirdest fucking palate of any man to ever exist.
yeah, I mean,
He said he legit said the tomato pizza sauce overpowered the pepperoni. What a weirdo.
Well, there's no I can add to that really. He says you can't taste the pepperoni, but there weren't much pepperoni on it anyway. But well, like I said, it's proper pizza sauce. So yeah, I know it's a short video, and I know you're not keen on short videos, but when it's things like this, you know, you have to do what they say, the rough with the smooth. So if you like what you see, please keep viewing me.
These are so short. Kay's the master of brevity. She's like Shakespeare.
If you want to leave a comment, the comments have now.
Let's watch another one. I think we already did the voting. I think we saw. Ooh, almost Simon. Fuck off. Fuck off. Let's do the spam. People seem to want that.
Hi people, and I'm back cooking.
You sound so depressed. Cheer up, Kay. We got friends in
Right,
town.
just cut the onion off. Cut the onion skin off. dear.
Oh no, she's cutting another fucking onion. Oh Jesus Christ.
Get rid of the
blade shines colorful with blood.
Out a bit of the onion. Oh, I hate it when bits break off.
She's having immense difficulty trying to peel an onion. She skipped forward to where the onion is now peeled. She's now cutting the onion. The butthole puckers in anticipation.
I'm chopping it as thin as I think
it's getting closer to the digits.
As you all know,
the knife is closing in on the digits. The fingers are not moving. Oh, it's getting close. Oh no!
There's going to be onions in
there. Oh no!
Fingers today.
No. She's realized that her fingers were in the way and has moved the onion so that she can cut it without cutting herself.
Very close to my fingers, and I'm going to cut that one as well, and I'm going to put it in the pan. Right, as you can see now, I'm cutting the carrot.
She's cutting an unpeeled carrot so that the skin is still on, and it's dirt.
I'm going to boil them together. I'm not cutting them up too thin. I want to be able to taste them. I've got another carrot I'm going to do.
For some reason, she continues to insist on calling a carrot a carrot.
Put that in the same pan and boil them together. I'll get the knife to. As you can see, the onions are already in the pan. My carrots are escaping. So, oops, close to fingers.
Stop it!
And that's it. So that's the carrot.
She gives up when I get. She doesn't like the last piece of the thing she's cutting is always way bigger than the other pieces because she's afraid of cutting herself.
As you can see, I've got the spam out. Oh yeah, sorry, you don't know what I'm cooking. Somebody's asked me to do. Oh, let's get this right.
I've never seen spam.
Corned beef.
Press 1 in chat if you've eaten spam.
Onion and gravy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fry.
She's cutting very uneven chunks of spam out of an uncanned hunk of meat, I guess.
In a frying pan doesn't taste very nice, but it might.
I see 2 ones in the chat. No, I see a couple more ones.
Yet. So get up,
fucking freaks eating its spam. What does it taste like?
So I'm going to put
spam is horrible. One, it's gross.
That's not cooked very well, is it? Put the spam in the frying
Getting
pan.
bad childhood memories from the spam.
Why is it not spitting? Oh, because it's only on number 4. Never mind.
Oh, number 4. She needs to cut that shit up to maximum. I need to see that burner as hot as fucking possible. So that it can be charred to a crisp. She's putting it in a pan.
I'm shaking like a leaf because I've got another one of them sharp knives.
I love that one that's just like half a slice because she cut it so unevenly.
So I'll just show you that I'm cutting it all up. And I'm
Jasmine says spam is gross. Dreamcaster immediately says afterwards spam is good.
I'm going to set spam
This is like a scud.
I meant to set frying pan. Oops. That's it. So I'll just do one more.
She's trying to be like
pull the fork
when you
out,
see like a server taking like
a
fork and a knife and cutting up a chicken to serve it. She's acting like that, but with like a can of spam, and is just having a disastrous time.
The knife down, and that's it.
To sum this up, she's literally okay. Half is almost half over now. It's more than half over now, but half the video is just her cutting up a can of spam, and it's completely and totally uneven. And she's trying to do it like a fancy man would cut up like a duck or something, and she's just butchering what should be the easiest cutting job of history ever.
Big piece, never mind. So I'm going to put it all in the frying pan, and I'm going to give it time to do gently. I'm going to keep turning it over so it looks okay, and then I'll leave it to cook. Now, as you can see, I've got the corned beef, the
corned beef looks exactly like spam, but just a little bit rougher. The spam is now like a brown color.
Put a few carrots and
it doesn't. I mean, it just looks like it's heated up.
A few carrots and onions, which have been cooking. Now I'm going to go and get the gravy. Right, I'm going to put some gravy on. It's a bit watery, this.
Okay, let me sum up the plate. There is a thing of corned beef. There's a thing of Spam that looks identical to the corned beef, except that it's been fried. Then there is some cooked onion and carrot, and she's pouring gravy. And I don't know where the gravy comes from. I don't know what that is, but she's pouring it on top of everything. And it's just the most depressing looking dish ever. Literally, like in terms, okay, a lot of the shit she makes just looks awful, right? It just looks like shit. This looks depressing. This looks like something that someone in England would eat every day and contemplate suicide while eating.
Put some thickener in it. As you can see, this is it, and Lee's going to do the taste test.
Oh, well, to this at all.
Show the camera what it is.
Lee is now sighing in desperation as he cuts into his meat. He's eating a chunk of corned beef hash, just picks it up entirely by the fork.
Oh, yeah?
No.
Oh.
He doesn't like the corned beef, he says. Eating a carrot.
The carrots are nice and soft. That's one good thing.
That's good.
Put the onions. Onions are nice and soft as well.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
Try the Spam.
He's eating the Spam, ladies and
Crispy, how
gentlemen.
you like
The
it.
Spam.
Or you used to like it.
It's crisp around the edges.
Mm-hmm.
Crisp, he says.
I like the Spam a lot more better. And then the corned beef a lot more better. And go.
She did it, ladies and gentlemen.
good.
Another
Let's
satisfying meal.
Now, before I go off and everything else, a lot of people have been on about my comments not being able to comment. I don't know why. I don't know what's happened. I really don't. I haven't got a clue. I've looked on my laptop and they are classed as activated, up and running. I really don't know what's wrong, why. I'm hoping it just sorts itself out. I don't know.
Oh, speaking of, I'll do one more video because I'm, whatever. I might as well. I'm having a good time, right? I should mention that I've been invited by, and I'm kind of hoping that they'll call me back before the live stream's over so I can live stream it. But, I was contacted. Okay, there's been an ongoing saga. I have been replying. YouTube sends me surveys because I have 10,000 subscribers or whatever. They want my opinion. How's the user interface? How do you feel about YouTube's policies? Yada, yada, yada. And I fill them out every time I get them because in my mind, it's like it doesn't matter if it just gets added up and thrown away. I have to yell at these people. I have to let YouTube know that I think it's the shittiest fucking garbage dumpster that's ever existed, and everyone on the planet Earth is just waiting for the day that this abysmal chasm of a intellectual property dumpster just catches fire and melts. And I have to tell them that every survey. I say, please fuck off and die. I hate you. Every survey. And I'm not I'm an asshole in the comments. Every time there's a written section, I'll use it to say how much I hate them. And they keep sending me new surveys, so I keep filling them out. And a while back, I received a contact form, an email. And this time it's from an @google.com email address, and I'm blind carbon copied in because they're sending it out manually to a bunch of email addresses. And they're like, would you be interested in doing a face-to-face session? If so, fill out this form, and we'll put you, if we like your answers, we'll put you on a short list. So I fill it out. And they're asking questions like, do you know anybody at Google? Have you ever worked for Google? Those kinds of questions. How do you feel about this? How do you feel about, whatever? And at one point they said, like, do you know anyone at Google? And my response to that was, I've had someone from Google send me a threatening email, but besides that, no. And I submit that off. I'm like, okay, whatever. They'll never get back to me for that. Well, today I got an email from a woman. I guess she's from, I don't know what kind of fucking name. Her name is like Boggy or something. Boglarka. And it's a really weird name. I couldn't even guess where she's from. But she's inviting me to do a GoToMeeting thing with YouTube to talk about YouTube, I guess. So and to boot, they're offering me a 65 euro gift card for doing it. I'm like, well, fuck yeah, I'll take a 65 euro gift card for an hour and GoToMeeting. That's a better rate than I usually get. So I submitted the forms they asked. Apparently, I've already been accepted to this GoToMeeting thing, and I'm scheduled to do it next week. So, I mean, I don't even know what it's going to be. Is it just going to be like a third-party service doing intelligence harvesting for their product, you know, like the usual kind of marketing people? Or is it going to be actual, like, engineers and community managers from YouTube? So I signed up for it, and the agreement they make me sign is like, you agree that we can save, you know, we can record this meeting and save it and sell it to people and all sorts of shit. I'm like, yeah, whatever. You can do whatever the fuck you want. I just want to be able to tell you that I think that Susan Wojcicki should be thrown down a fucking well like the little girl from The Ring, because I want to sit down with someone who's employed by Google, and I want to tell them that I hate them, and I hate their website, and I hate everybody who works for that company, and I hate them specifically because they're a part of it. And I want them all to be homeless and eating shit out of a garbage bin. And I want YouTube to be shattered into a million pieces and thrown to the wind. And I want it to be replaced by something syndicated and better. And I hate them. And that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to answer their questions. I'm going to say, like, I fucking hate you people. And everything you do is awful. Your copyright systems are fucking shit, and they only exist to serve corporate masters. You people are now making money. I used to defend Google by saying, well, they have to do certain things for copyright because they're not making money. But now they are making money. YouTube is a profitable entity now. They should be not so fucking shit. You demonetize people for bullshit reasons. You're politically motivated, but you pretend not to be. You constantly fuck with people who use your site and your shit, and you should be ashamed of yourself. And you can change the back end, you can make your graphs more accessible, you can change the colors all you fucking want, you can remove a border, add a border. It doesn't matter because you're shit. And your platform is a fucking dinosaur that's only propped up because bandwidth expenses are too high to replace you, you caustic motherfuckers. Anyways, I'm practicing. I haven't got it memorized yet, but I'm going to tell that motherfucker. I don't give a shit if you're just some intern doing data studies. I'll tell you how much I fucking hate you, because you deserve it for accepting the Google dick, even if you're not getting paid for it. Alright, let's watch the calzone, and then I'm going to call it a stream. It's been a long stream, but it's been a while. It's been a while since I could raise my voice. I'm in a Slavic country. I've got concrete walls. I've got nobody on either side of me. I'm good to raise my voice and say fuck you. Calzone time.
Hi people, and I'm back cooking. And today I'm going to be making a calzone. Right, I've got the flour, which is proper bread flour, a tablespoon of oil going in, a teaspoon of salt.
A calzone is like a pizza wrap. She's making bread, ladies and gentlemen. She likes to bake, I think. It's like it's a thing she's done in a couple videos. She knows how to make bread, I think.
There we are.
I don't think she makes it properly, but she makes it.
I'm going to mix it all round, obviously not with a spoon. But I'm going to mix it all round, and I'm going to add some water to it to bring it all together.
Her videos are too short to do bingo anymore. They're all like 6 minutes.
Well, I'm just put it in a round circle and, well, try and get it in a round circle. And roll it out and make it all nice and round. It won't be round by the time I finish rolling it out.
She's the baker. Kate the baker has her little chef hat on, and she's making bread for her calzone. Handmade, homemade bread for.
Then I shall start.
Well, only the best
for Lee. I shall roll it out, and then start putting the stuff on it when it's ready. Right, as you can see, it's not a circle anymore.
Sorry, gang. She's now squeezing out tomato paste and what appears to be dog shit lugs in the middle of the calzone. The calzone,
Come on!
the bread itself is like half on the pan and half off.
Oh, if you're not coming out, I'm not going to spread
The pan,
it
of course, is coated in margarine because Lee
Well,
is
then
adverse
you
to
talk.
butter. Margarine does not cook in the same way butter does, so it's going to be, you know, scientifically, chemically, it's going to be not the
Excuse me.
same. It's not going to be as good, but whatever.
Don't know where that came from. Alright, so spreaded it out.
She's spreading this is an interesting point I just kind of realized. But she's spreading the tomato paste across the calzone by using the dull edge of the knife. So instead of like scraping it back and forth like a normal person, she's using the blunt edge of the knife to kind of like, I don't know, like an art. I know there's a name for this, but when a painter takes like a big thing of paint and just scrapes it across it and it creates like a texture to the paint. There's a specific name for that. That's what she's doing. She's not spreading the paint across the calzone. She is like spackling the tomato paste unevenly across the thing, and it looks bad.
Spreaded it out a bit more. Is it out that word? Spreaded. Well, doesn't matter if it isn't. It is now.
Okay. Oh, she figured it out. She figured it out. She's spreading it nicely now. Oh my God! It's like there's a breakthrough in her brain.
In that tub. Oh, and I played all the tub. Never mind.
It's amazing watching her learn in real time.
Right. So then, I'm going to put some of this. Can't even open it. Oh no, we're not going to put out on it. We're just going to leave it out. That's it. Now I've got some like sort of sausages, you know.
She's got her
these
salami
sort of
meat back
things.
out from the pizza fries.
That's it, yeah.
She's now layering the tomato fields of this calzone with salami.
Dropped bleeding a lot, then nearly ended up all on floor. Yeah, how would they been on that? All I'm going to do is just put these on. These are a bit bigger and a lot thinner. Oh, I can't. Do you know I can't pick these up? They're too thin. Come on. That's it.
Oh, I just realized someone in chat pointed it out that she doesn't use cheese because Lee doesn't like dairy products. He's probably like lactose intolerant or something. So the reason why she doesn't add cheese to anything is because he's like a weirdo.
I'm not going to show you because it's going to go all wrong. I know it is. I'm going to lift.
So this is literally just like yeasty bread and salami and tomato paste with no seasoning whatsoever. Not a single.
I'm going to lift that side and pull it
nothing
over.
out of a shaker.
I will show you after it's done.
No spices
I am
at
not
all.
going to do it on camera because if it goes wrong, well, let's just say there'll be some nasty words. Right, as you can see, I've pulled it over. It's not gone as it should do, and the reason there's no cheese in it is because Lee don't like cheese. So I'm going to stab Lee's pizza. Lee, stabbing you. Pizza.
She's now poking holes
So I'm
in the
just stabbing it
calzone
to
bread
make it
with a
underneath get done. And now I'm going to put that in the oven on 180 for about, I'll check it after 10 minutes and see what game is. And this is the end product. You can't see it very well.
The end product is very small and sad looking.
Taste test.
I don't know if it shrank. Oh no, it's just a slice of it.
Get in camera shot. You swear what? Go on now. Come on.
All right,
don't
Lee.
forget, I've got some sharp knives in that drawer. They will go through you.
I got a dog.
My dog.
He's eating the calzone after threatening his mother with a dog and her threatening him with a knife. He gives a big thumbs up and immediately walks away off camera. She looks distressed.
That, as Lee said, it's a pizza. Well, flaming out. What else am I cooking? Well, actually, it's a calzone. But anyway, if you like what you see, did you give me a thumbs up, by the way? Oh, you give me a thumbs up.
That's it? That's all? All that work for the briefest of thumbs ups?
please
Have they been
keep doing
arguing
it.
that day or something?
If you want to give me a thumbs up, I cannot remember it. If you want to give me a thumbs up, please do. If you want to leave a comment, please feel free, the more the merrier. And if you haven't subscribed or you know someone who hasn't subscribed, get them subscribing, get everybody subscribing. Thank you, bye.
Okay, I think that's enough. My friends, I do believe that is enough for today. I want to thank you for joining me. The web zone is madattheinternet.com. I don't know why that's oh yeah, I guess that's fair. That's a fair banner. I'm enjoying Serbia. I said, okay, there's two things that I've hinted at that I don't know if I'm going to do. I've hinted at a KFC meetup in Serbia, and there are apparently a lot of Serbians who watch my streams and who post on the forum, so maybe I fucking will. The other thing is the LA Dick show for the Maddox funeral. I don't know if I kind of want to, but on the other hand, I'm really reluctant because it's like a 14-hour flight, 14 hours in the air, not even including like layovers and shit, just to get from Belgrade to LA. But I know, apparently I'm the most anticipated guest. A lot of people want to meet me at this LA thing. So I'm really torn on spending the money and taking the time to fly and shit. But I don't know. It would be fun. And as far as meeting up in Serbia, maybe. I'm not... I like... I like my privacy. I like the fact that there are no recent photos of me and stuff. And I would immediately throw all that away by going out and meeting people and stuff. So I don't know. I'm thinking about it, but I've got cold feet, I guess, because it is fun to meet people and do stuff. But on the other hand, it's like such a fucking hassle. I'm reminded of a meme that's like the best feeling in the world is making plans and canceling them, because there's nothing better than canceling a plan and realizing you don't have to do something. Okay. All right, my friends. I'll see you next week, and take it easy.
When I'm drinking whiskey, I know nothing can go wrong. When I'm drinking whiskey, only time my mind is strong. But when I got my bottle is when I'm standing tall. 'Cause when I'm drinking whiskey, I don't feel nothing at all. Oh, when I'm good and drunken, can't nobody bring me down. I like to drink my whiskey when nobody is around. I know my empty bottle's the only one that understands that when I'm drinking whiskey, I forget the man I am. Whiskey, my hands don't ever shake. When I'm drinking whiskey, I don't lie in bed awake. 'Cause when I got my bottle, I don't care if I'm alive. 'Cause when I'm drinking whiskey, I ain't afraid to die. 'Cause when I'm drinking whiskey, I ain't afraid to die.